Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Brad Coach video. I got some weird light going on there. Maybe that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. So today I want to talk about basically a show I watched last night. This is a TV show review for basically Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, Amazon Instant Video, whatever you're talking about. First of all, if you've never had it, I'm going to be reviewing just the service coming up. So, be on the lookout for that. I'll be reviewing, giving my thoughts on that. I believe I did a thing on Netflix. If I haven't, I'll probably be reviewing Netflix as a whole as well. I don't remember if I reviewed Netflix just as as a service, like what I think about it. I don't believe I reviewed that, but I wanted to review that and everything. So I'm going to be doing that. But the show I watched last night was called The Last Tycoon. Um, it was a series, and the series had a couple great people in the show, and it really drew me in to wanting to watch. Now, if you didn't know, Amazon's doing this thing this year. I guess I don't know if they did it last year or in previous years, um, where there's like a pilot program, and they'll put like a bunch of pilot shows on there. I don't know if they did it before in previous years, but this year is the first time that like a bunch of people is probably going to be seeing it because of the fact that now they've changed it to where it's like $9 a month. So there you go. I will say this: this is the only show that seems like I'm gonna be interested in. So if they don't bring it back, the show's amazing. Like if they don't bring it back, I would be very very surprised because it has Neil Caffrey. I think his name's Matt Boro or something like that. It's very weird. Like, don't go to the show and then look up what he's done because I think there's a typo in it or something. It says like he was in a movie in like 1952 or something. And I'm like, I don't think he's that old. So I don't know what's going on with that. But he was in the White Collar, the skinny criminal in White Collar. He's in it, and uh, the guy from Frasier, the main character, Frasier, he's in the show. So I mean, there's a lot of great people in there, and there's also some other people sprinkled in there that you'll know when you see them. But it's a really good show. It's basically, I think it's I want to say the 50s, but I'm thinking it may be before that. Um, I could be wrong. I don't really know. I don't know what the time frame is set in. They don't really say the time frame. They just kind of say it's back in olden times and stuff, and it's back when the pictures were just starting and things. Um, Back when like Shirley Temple was had just took off. So I don't really know where that. I think that may be like somewhat of a flaw though, because if they're trying to go for the 50s, I thought Shirley Temple came out. I don't know. I thought she came out like in the 60s maybe, but I don't know everything about Shirley Temple. But anyway, it may be about the 50s, but it's about a film company, and it's about just this guy having something wrong with him, and the big premise of the show I think was that the Matt Borno character, whatever, the guy that played Neil Caffrey, whatever, in White Collar, his character in the show, he has like a heart defect, and a couple times near the end of the show, he was just holding his chest, and they would do a close up of just like his head and his hand holding his chest, and I think that may be like a thing that's going to go on the show, and see like when he's going to like die or whatever on the show because he's supposed to be like a major character. He is the major character on the show. Um, and he's holding his chest like because he has I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna try it. Congenial, congenial heart defect. I know I got that wrong. I know I got that wrong. But he has some kind of heart defect, um, and that's what is going on. So I'm not sure because they did a close up of him doing it, and I guess like when he dies, probably on the show, it's gonna be a big deal. Um, and I mean they're building the characters around too, so that they probably could like go on because the show does have other characters and things, and I think when the show does take off, they'll start to show more because I think because it was the pilot, they were just showing like Frasier guy a lot and the one guy a lot. But there is other characters and reasons for showing them because they were dropping like subtle hints at like this guy is kind of a crooked guy, and this guy is an idiot, and this guy, So I'm sure there's going to be reasons to kind of not show um, certain people all the time during the pilot because they just didn't care at the time. They just wanted you to get invested in the story of the two main characters, and then that's it. The other guy, the Fraser guy, has played this character before because I've seen other shows recently. I've never watched like The Boss and things like that. He's been kind of playing some darker characters. Fraser character has, so I think he's getting into that role of playing like a bad guy more often. And I think that in this one, he is kind of the bad guy. He's not the owner. I don't think he's the owner, but he's the main head of the studio, and I think he does own the studio. But you can see in the show, you'll see investors are coming in. There's like German people coming in, and if you think about when this time frame is happening in the 1950s, there is German people coming in to the studios, and they're talking to him, and they're making shots on what not and to make, in what not to make, and what to make in the stories, in the movies, in the films, and that pulls strings within the movies. So that's pretty good. I haven't told you everything, so definitely, me just talking to you and tell you what it's about, you need to go check it out. If you haven't checked out The Last Tycoon, go to Amazon Prime, check it out. It's one of the pilots in the pilot program. If you don't have Amazon Prime, dude, it's $9 a month. That's what I'm telling you. If you haven't checked it out, it's worth it somewhat. I'll talk about that in a later day. There's perks of getting the Amazon Prime because there's probably going to be one show that you really like that's probably not on anything else. Definitely go check it out, and then come back and tell me what you think. But other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. The show is awesome. I can't wait until it comes out. I'm really excited. Besides a lot of trailers I've seen movie-wise, this is pretty cool. The show looks very promising, so I would love to see what happens from it. I've never seen any Amazon Prime shows really yet, and I know there's some on there that are really good. I'm not really like fancy on like transgender. I'm not gonna say anything bad about transgenders and things like that, but I really don't want to watch a show with a transgender in it too much, because I think that one show is on there. I don't know. I haven't really watched it, so I don't want to judge it, but that doesn't really seem to attract me to want to watch the show. So that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you check out The Last Tycoon, and come back here and give me your review in the comment section. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And as always, keep rocking.